Hey, I'm Demi. Welcome to the Compassion Shift, a space where we slow down, soften up, and return to balance. Here we let go of the pressure to be anything other than who we are right now, messy, brilliant, and everything in between. We're not chasing or fixing something that's broken. We're shifting from the voice of the inner critic and urgency to the voice of intuition. Here we give ourselves the permission to show up in our softness and your strength. We meet all the parts of ourselves, the light and the shadow, with compassion that doesn't coddle but pulls us inward. So I'll be pulling cards and playing sound bowls and sharing whatever comes up. Sometimes it'll be like wind in a jungle of trees, and other times it's the stillness just before the dawn. Let's get started. Take a moment to tune in to which one of these sounds speaks to you today. And whichever one that is, that's going to be your message. So, sound number one, or sound number two. Each one of these frequencies is tapping into something different. So, do you resonate with sound number one or sound number two? Okay, my sound number one. People who are in sound number one, group number one, if this sound resonated with you today, then this is going to be your message for today. So, first, we're going to pull our body card, which is what's going on in your external reality. Okay, so this is what's maybe going on in your environment, what's going on with how you relate to other people sometimes. So let's see what's going on, group number one. Now, some of these messages may even resonate with some of you later or today. But either way, there'll be something that you can get from it. So let's see what's going on. Let's see what's going on in our external reality. Group number one. Let's see. What's going on? What's our... Okay. This one actually. So this is going to be our first card. What's going on in our external reality? And the card came out in the reverse. The number is 25. Cat's claw is the herb. And the word is purification. When this card comes out, this is usually giving dark night of the soul, okay? This is giving shadow work. This is giving... So we have a panther here, and with the number 7, that's definitely a number that's also of completion. Um, with this card and it coming out in the verse, it feels like something, maybe you guys are feeling like, you know what, we're actually going to wait. We're going to pull the second card. We're going to go ahead and pull the second card. This is what's going on in your external reality. We're going to go ahead and pull for our heart and your mind. What is going on in your heart and mind? So this may be like beliefs and feelings and attitude that's in your energy right now. Ooh, okay. 6. The number 6. The herb is sage and the word is blessing. Okay. All right. And now let's pull the soul card. Let's go ahead and pull the soul card. I'm feeling like we're going to go straight forward. We're pulling all 3 out. Right at the top here. Right at the top. But what it feels like in our external reality for my people who are in group number 1, what I'm seeing is that it feels hard for you all. It feels hard, and when I say it feels hard, it seems like every single time you go to do something, whether it be in your career, whether it be in a relationship, maybe it feels like it's not working out. This is actually the journey right now. It's something that you're growing with, and because again, this cat's claw, when I said dark night of the soul earlier, that's really about when we start shedding certain beliefs that we've had, certain truths that we've had that no longer are working for us and are no longer supporting us, okay? And so there's a lot in your external reality that feels like it might be breaking down right now. And when I say a lot, actually, I don't even want to say a lot. It actually doesn't even necessarily feel like a lot for a lot of people. It may just be like 1 or 2 things, but these things are meaningful for you. And right now, yeah, it's feeling like you are out of alignment. And but all of it is a blessing, right? All of this is working out for your good. Sometimes when we get in these states where when things feel uncertain, or they feel like you can't really see the end result of something or how you are going to come out of the tunnel, it seems like it's something that's not going to be for you, but it actually is for you. And I know that can feel hard to hear, because it's like, how is this supposed to be for me when it hurts like this, right? How is this supposed to be for me when it's something that it feels like I'm so unmotivated? I feel like I can't really get ahead in certain ways that I want to get ahead. But it really is a blessing. We're going to look at the book for this cat's claw and get some words out of there that I feel like want to be spoken about. Okay, so when it comes out in the reversed here for cat's claw, the words are feeling displaced, disconnected from heritage, dark behaviors, wounding, shame, regret, rejection, loneliness. Yeah. Okay, we can pause there actually. Yeah, let's not skip over that. Maybe some of you have been feeling lonely in this, and whatever season this is for you. Some of you have been feeling disconnected from what it is that you want, right? And it feels like that's actually what's going to be asked from us, is to get clear on what it is that we want, and just sit in that and allow ourselves to dream. But right now, yeah, your external reality may be looking like it's not how you want it. And that can bring on some loneliness, right? And it's okay for it to feel lonely. Again, it is a blessing, okay? Because your heart and your mind are being renewed. Your heart and your mind are being opened in a way that you haven't seen before. And in order for you to get there, you have to have the hard parts. I was just actually thinking about earlier this morning how when we think about suffering, and we, especially those of us that want to help people and try and heal and things like that, we want to eliminate suffering a lot in our day-to-day lives, right? And even in other people's lives, like, oh, that shouldn't be happening to them. Oh, how can we help? And that's wonderful. That's a beautiful gift. What I was thinking about, though, was when it comes to suffering, though, who are we, and how do we know what suffering is necessary and what isn't? Because suffering in and of itself is necessary for growth, right? Right? But how do we know that maybe somebody's hard time that they're having, maybe they have to go through that hard time in order to receive what it is that they're going to receive on the other side of it? Maybe they need to change their viewpoint in a certain way, and so this hardship is necessary. The only way for something to grow is for it to rain, no? And so sometimes when we go and we have this need to eliminate suffering in other people's lives, it's because it's like, oh, we don't want that to happen to us, right? Or we feel like we will want somebody to help. And again, there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that. And also, I think it's important to think about it, maybe understand, okay, well, where's the limit to that, of trying to eliminate or alleviate somebody else's suffering? Or even try to eliminate, and of course, everything comes back to self, so trying to eliminate our own suffering. Trying to eliminate the bad stuff, the loneliness, the feelings of rejection, the feeling of isolation. Sometimes it's calling for us to just sit there and be with it, because like this card that is the sage. Sage is a very cleansing, it's a purification, it's a renewal type of herb that's used in lots of different things. And so when we have these situations, right, this reminds us that it is a blessing. It truly is. It like the feeling of loneliness, the feeling of isolation, the feeling, essentially that suffering, right? Certain suffering. Sometimes that's necessary. And we don't want to talk about that, because talking about suffering is not cute, and it's not packaged, and it doesn't look good, and it's messy. And again, I understand, of course, it's wonderful and beautiful to want to help and alleviate. And I do think that we should want to be to help people, right, that are in distress and things like that. I'm not saying that. What I am saying is also understand that sometimes certain sufferings are necessary. Sometimes certain sufferings are necessary, right? And I think when we can come to that understanding, we can come to that acceptance, then we can move through and move with. We can move through and move with fill in the blank. Everybody's story is different. I'm feeling like this is going to be our this is going to be our soul, our higher energy card, what our soul guidance is, what spirit is saying, the universe, right? Whatever you believe in, your higher power, what it's saying. Because it's a revival. This is a revival, love. The number is 26, which is 8. Okay. The herb is cordyceps, and the word is revival. It's for your good. It's for your good. Okay. The eagle here is a very resilient, it soars, right? Representing usually leadership, representing fortitude, representing strength. Yeah, and we also have the jaguar here, which is really, really beautiful energy. And again, like I was saying, the suffering, it's a revival. It's a blessing. It's coming together, and your soul guidance wants you to know that you are being restored. You are being restored in this season. Let's just let's sit in that for a second. You like restoration. What does it feel like to be restored? Yeah? What does it feel like? Is it possible for you to see some type of glimmer of hope, even in this purification? Yeah? Purification is not, purification is actually not really a beautiful process, right? It's messy. It's messy. And also know that you're going to be, it's a revival. It's a revival. Let's sit in that for a second. Let's sit in the possibilities, right? Still honoring the darkness. Still honoring the process of transmutation and alchemization, okay? Of transition, of process. We're going to read some keywords from this in a moment. But just take a moment of acceptance and understanding of the suffering and of the pain. Because your soul guidance is reminding you that it's happening for you, that this is actually a part of the process and it's necessary. It's necessary. Think of the resilience that you have and will continue to have. Okay? It's time to soar to new heights, okay? This card is a herb of Jupiter. The words are renewal, energy, soaring to new heights, opportunity, activation, resurrection. Resurrection, okay? Resurrection is I was dead and now I live. You're blessed with a connection to your intuition and your divine, in the divine, right? If you've been in the shadows, then reconnect with your soul. Observe the greatness of what you're made of, okay? So like, try to see the bigger picture. Even though it may feel like there isn't one, there definitely is right now. Okay? Very much transformation. Very much a season of fortitude. And your spirit also wants you to know that there is no limit to how much it is that you can grow and thrive. There's no limit to it. Okay? So remember that. I hope that this resonated with you, and if it didn't, that's okay too. So group number 1, this is your reading for today. Remember to live your life with love, grace, and gratitude. Let's get into group number 2's reading. So, if you resonated with sound number 2, this sound right here, then this is going to be your message for today. This is your message for today. Yeah. So the first card that we're going to pull is going to be our body/external reality card. So this will be what's going on in your environment, how you're interacting with others, maybe even some relationships that are in your life at the moment. Sorry for shaking, y'all. Let's see. What's been going on in this group number 2 and this group number 2? Let's see. Okay. This card came out in the reverse. The number is 54, which is also a 9. The herb is ashwagandha, and the word is purpose. So it feels like, so this came out in the reverse. So it feels like, it feels like some of you all have been seeking what your purpose is and feel like you're not really finding any answers right now. Ashwagandha is a very calming herb. It can help regulate your nervous system. Also, the number 9 is about new beginnings, usually, in numerology. And again, the herb ashwagandha it helps with a lot of different things. And it feels like maybe some of you have been feeling a little frazzled when it comes to finding your purpose. Maybe some of you might even be feeling like you're running out of time, like in the physical world, right? Because this was our body, our external reality, maybe running out of time to accomplish whatever your goal may be it feels like it's across the board in a personal life, maybe in a relationship, or maybe with work, or maybe just where you are in general in life. We're gonna see what's going on in your heart and your mind, beliefs, attitudes, and feelings, to give us a little bit more with this purpose card that came out in the reverse. Let's see what's been going on also in the heart and the mind. So in the internal, what's going on in our internal world? My group number 2, sound number 2 people. Let's see here. Okay. Oh my goodness. So the number is 8 and the herb is Bavansana, and I probably said that wrong. Sorry. Anyways, and the word is trust. This also came out in the reverse. Yeah, it seems like you guys are having a hard time trusting yourself. Having a hard time trusting yourself, having a hard time trusting what your purpose is, having a hard time trusting if you're making the right decisions when it comes to what it is you're doing to expand, what it is you're doing to create. Some of you are having a hard time being able to concretely put into words and into actions what it is you want your life to look like in all the different aspects. And because that's been happening, you've found it hard to trust yourself, right? When we do certain things and we don't get the results that we want, sometimes we blame ourselves, right? And this is different than holding ourselves accountable. Those are not the same. Blaming yourself and being overly critical is not the same as holding yourself accountable in a loving and compassionate way with grace. Yeah. And so some of you all in group number 2, you guys have been feeling like, how can I trust myself when I keep going on and on and on, and it feels like my purpose is still not being fulfilled? Yeah, some of you may have been feeling like in your mind really frazzled, maybe some racing thoughts too. And we know with racing thoughts, those are very draining. Those are very draining on life force. That's very draining to our energy. That's very draining to our mind and our emotions. We're actually going to look at the keywords and with these two. So for our ashwagandha card. All right. So in reversed, unable to find purpose, feeling lost, confused, wounded from the past, exhaustion. When I was just saying about that can cause racing thoughts can cause us to feel tired, and weigh us down. Let's see. I feel like reading from honestly, just the last sentence in this book. That's what I'm hearing and feeling to read. Stay focused and playful. Keep following the signs. Stay focused and playful. Keep following the signs. One more time. Stay focused and playful. Keep following the signs. Okay. So even though some of us have maybe lost touch, right? It's feeling like we're feeling bogged down, right? Things aren't fun anymore. Things aren't fun anymore. Now we're not sure. Again, we're not sure. Do I trust the signs, right? Like, it feels like I'm not sure if I even trust the signs, right? I'm not sure if I can even trust the situation or myself enough to be playful, to be in this flow of creativity, right? To be in this flow of just grace, and that feels like it's weighing heavy for some of you guys. It's weighing heavy for some of you. We're gonna read the keywords from Ben's. Oh, look, I opened it to it. Cool. So for reverse, separation, grief, broken heart, lack of self-worth, unable to receive love, sadness. Yeah, just feeling disconnected. That disconnection feels like it's keeping you in a state of going in circles, and that can feel really exhausting for you. And the reason that it's feeling exhausting is because of the overthinking, right? Because of the sadness and being hard on yourself. And so we're gonna see what our third card is, and what is our soul guidance. What is our soul guidance for group number 2? Let's see, our soul guidance. Yeah. Let's see. What is our soul? And what is Spirit telling us to do or to lean into in order to move through this lack of purpose, this brokenheartedness, this uninspiredness too, is what I'm feeling. And also, before I pull this last card, what I'm feeling led to say is that also understand that it's okay to be here, right? It's okay to be here. How can we, what are we learning from it, right? I'm sure through this, what we can learn is what we don't, what doesn't inspire us, you know? Knowing what maybe does not work for us. 2. Understanding, okay, this is what leads me to feel brokenhearted in these ways. And the brokenhearted actually doesn't even feel like from a relationship. It's almost like brokenhearted with life. But let's see, what is our soul guidance? What is our soul guidance? It's all right. Our soul guidance. I'm gonna turn it on the back here, and we have the beloved 11. Damiana is the word. Damiana, the beloved. And look, right up under here, we have Rose. which is love, and up under there, commune is psilocybin, which is also connection, community, right? Community, love. So it's really feeling like these are some self-love. It's feeling like, right, which of course it always comes down to that. That's a given. Let's see what our keywords are. All right, so magnetism, attraction, kindred spirits, soulmates, relationships, intimacy, sacred play, finding the beloved within. Okay. This herb represents universal principle of the beloved within relationships and within ourselves. The alchemy of polarity is what we're made of, and this is integration of opposites in what births the beloved. This card represents the journey of coming together and reuniting within oneself, a lover, friend, family member, or any important person in your life. You're in an important period of making choices and establishing healthy boundaries, especially with those you'd like to deepen and expand, or those that you feel the need to shed or distance yourself from. Damiana reminds us of the importance of shaking off rigidity that often depletes creative reserves. Remember I was saying earlier about the overthinking? That also has to do with that is rigidity too. If you feel unsatisfied and emotionally unavailable, take the time to be in solitude and nourish your creative centers. Often separation becomes the basis to reunite once again in a higher frequency. True self-love is the key to lasting relationships with others, and most importantly with yourself. And again, that love card coming right after it, it's definitely your soul guidance is saying pour back into yourself. Continue to pour back into yourself, because then everything else will come into alignment, right? When we think about, okay, what do I need? Ask yourself the question, what do I need in this very moment? And then give yourself that thing. It's okay to do that, right? It's necessary to do that, because when you're more connected to yourself, then you will feel connected to your purpose. You will, because your purpose isn't even necessarily career. Your purpose can be, who are the people that I want to interact with? How do I want to spend my time? How do I want my life to look, right? And when you connect with yourself, even again, because we know we were feeling isolated, we know we were feeling cut off, and a sense of rejection. And so what your soul guidance is saying is that, okay, how we transmute this, and not to get rid of it, but to look at it and to hold on to it and understand, what can I learn about myself in this moment? What is this trying to show me? And it leads us back into loving ourselves more fully and more completely. Yeah. Here we're in this season of where it's time to pour into, you see how this cup is being poured into the heads and it's blossoming. Pour into yourself. There's somewhere you have not been pouring into yourself and you know it, and it's okay. But now it's like, okay, it's time for me to sit with myself. It's time for me to love on myself, and that's going to bring me back into a state of alignment, into a state of compassion for myself through it all. Okay, and then when we're there, we're now able to see things a little more clearly. So I'm sending love to all of my people in sound number 2. That is your message for today. I hope it resonated with you in some way, and if it didn't, that is okay too. So that's going to be it for today. That concludes today's messages. I hope it resonated with you. Remember to live your life with love, grace, and gratitude. Bye.